We're down at the Mooloolaba Spit at the moment, but that's not what this video is about. I actually got a phone call from my brother asking me to do a favour. It's not for him, it's actually for somebody else, and I'll go into more detail as to why we have to do this. Bit of a sad story, but we'll cover that later in the video. But what we've got to do is we've got to make our way down to Currumbin Valley from the Sunshine Coast. Now, we had a quick look and it's about a 400k round trip, and so we're now got to try to work out how to do it. It looks like our best option is going to be to get a train, and then we'll have to try to, from Varsity Lakes train station, try to make our way over to Currumbin Valley. So that's going to be the most challenging part of the trip. So keep watching to see how this little adventure unfolds. Here we are at BUR train station. We've got to try to get to Varsity Lakes, is it? I think. So Varsity Lakes train station, and it says at the moment it's 7:30, and I'll show you the map. That's what we're going off today. So it says that we're going to take about, what time did we get there? About 10:22. So, 3-hour journey. Bowen Hills at the moment. Our train should arrive in a couple of minutes, so all's going to plan. Jack's done well to plan this journey for us, so here comes our train. Just got a phone call from the person that we're picking up the camper van from, and he's told me that he's had somebody call him and he's had to leave Nerang straight away, so he's actually going to leave the RV at the station, so hopefully nobody knows where he's put the key, and we turn up and all is happy. So this actually saves us a lot of time, to be honest. So here we are, we got to Varsity Lakes, ready to pick up this camper van, and we've been told that it's going to be left over there. The guys have to duck away, so it's left the key somewhere. Hopefully we're going to be able to find that. So here we go. So there it is, sitting down there on the side. So that's actually a good sign. Well, I thought that might have been parked in the wrong spot, but by the looks of it, it's actually in a kiss and ride section. So we're going to do this.
I don't know if you got it.
That was very much an old person's kiss, wasn't it?
It was.
Here we are, picking up for the first time. Let's look in the back. So we're driving along the highway at the moment. I'm currently doing 80 and the car's running fine. But as I start to get it up, it's a bit shakier. Now I don't know if this is a normal thing for motorhomes. Never driven one. We're seeing this as a good trial run for Scotland. We'll probably get something a bit smaller than this, mainly because the Scottish roads are narrower. But you know, all in all, not too bad. A few rattles. I think you'd either have to learn to get used to it, or you'd have to actually go around and shore everything up. So, yeah. Yeah, it is a bit of a leap. Don't do that when you get a camper van, okay? That's not the best way to do it.
How close was that to going off the edge?
Legend saved it.
I'm a ledge saver.
Look, it's obviously a used van, but it wouldn't take much to tidy it up. And to be honest, that would just be for your looks or to sell it. There'd be nothing wrong with the way it is, apart from the table. Nothing wrong with it to just travel around Australia or Scotland. We're thinking when we go to Scotland, we want to get something similar to this. But we don't need it so big. We don't need the second bed up there. We can just use the one bed down there, so I think that should reduce the height. There you go. I've got to stop landing on it. All right, so we're heading on the highway up north, not far from where actually we live. We're about half an hour from home, but we're deciding that we're going to turn off. Got a camper van, why not? Because there's actually a spot that we would like to show you. There's a little lookout up here, so you get some great views not far off the track, and since that, hey, we're just trying to explore things, we might as well do this. So we just got to take a left here. It's a tight little turn. Hopefully we can find somewhere to park this, otherwise it is quite a big turnaround. They do have coach parking and RV parking, so
your destination is on the right.
okay, so we've pulled up to the lookout. It's quite a nice place, so we'll just show you a quick little shot of it. It's amazing the views that you get up here of the Glasshouse Mountains. The Glasshouse Mountains are a very distinctive landmark of the Sunshine Coast hinterland. They were formed from volcanic activity. You'll notice the intrusive plugs that have been left behind. I said I'd share with you the story behind why we had to come and pick up this RV. And you know, it is an unfortunate event, but I guess it's life and it happens. We're picking it up for a lady whose husband actually passed away earlier this year, and he'd bought the RV, and they had it on consignment being leased out, and it's got to a point where she wanted to be finished with the RV. So it's become too much of a, you can almost say it's a burden, in that it's something else that she had to deal with. And not only that, it's that reminder of the person that she's lost. You know, that she's lost him, and now she has to deal with the maintenance, all the things around this van. So what we've done is we've come down and we've picked it up, and we're going to be delivering it to somebody who's then going to give it to my brother, who's then going to take it back to her. So. Oh, and we've got a little magpie friend coming to visit us. Now, these things
Are deadly.
Are deadly. You know, you hear about Australian crocodiles and the fictitious drop bear and all that sort of stuff. This is the one that's actually going to do damage to you, especially coming into spring, around nesting season. Death. That's all I can say. So we're just about to head back to home, and we decided that we'll just do this short little walk that's here, because we've been in the car or the RV for a while.
Or the train.
And we've been sitting down a fair bit, so we'll probably end up doing a bit of a walk a bit later tonight. But at the moment, we thought we'd just do this short little loop that they've got here at the lookout. It's only about 800 metres, I think, at the most. So it's a nice little walk. The way we've chosen to do it is it's a long, steady climb down, a few little hills up, and then a rise up the other direction. So you have a shorter, steeper rise back, but it's probably ultimately an easier walk this way. We had a little task today, go pick up a RV. We turned it into a little adventure, and we've ended up at one of our favourite lookouts. Well,
Yeah, which we found by accident a while ago.
purely because we went, what if we drove that way? And we did, and we ended up here. And so we'll make our way home. But one thing we're thinking about doing is, we've got this RV at our house for a couple of days. So we're thinking if we can get a night out somewhere special, we might share that with you. So keep an eye on the feeds and see if we manage to do it.
And don't forget to subscribe.